be surprised when you learn that only one team has won by doing that. Bledsoe, foul line jumper, it is good.
Not lacking confidence, stepped right up off the pick and roll and knocked it in.
Still 23 of 50, however, on the season. He has been a revelation. He should be fresh today after picking up 3 fouls. Just really unable to get anything going. Paul George aggressively to the rim and lays it in.
His change of pace and direction he does, but that hesitation allowed him to clear some space and get those to the rim and jumping in there.
Years ago, get back to that.
Get back to that, yeah.
George shows off the handles. Coffee comes away with a rebound for the Clippers.
Yeah, and that was after shooting the ball very well in that first game when they won and beat Utah. So they were on that back-to-back, not back-to-back nights, but
rushing screen from Zoo, plays back to him, deflected back into the hands of George. Would that have counted as an assist as well? As part of 2 games against the Jazz. The series that we have seen, George tries to dump it into Zoo. Another turnover. It's the 3rd for the Clippers here in the first quarter. Here for the Pelicans all year. Another giveaway for the Clippers. I might break out in hives if we see too many more of those, as Josh Hart is fouled en route to the rim. Will go to the line for 2. 5. They had 4 early in the game. George to the foul line. Contested jumper falls, and Paul George has 6 in 9 minutes of work. 14. George. Tough drive, comes on with the brakes, leaves his calling card. He now has 28 threes on the season. His career high in terms of threes made in his whole career. 32. George left elbow jumper slides off. 54-39.
Yep.
Waited. Valanciunas saw the cheat code. Cheater. Zubac's Italian. I have since unplugged, replugged, changed the codes. We're good. All good. No worries.
That gives you a little breathing room to come out strong in the 3rd quarter. See Paul George pull up for the shot right on.
Reggie 3 through 7 of this first half, 62-44. Pelicans out in front. Jones down the lane, no. Rebound, up for grabs. George tight ropes the sidelines. Under 3 to play in the first half. 2 minutes to play in this first half. Just trying to cut it down to a single-digit affair. George cashes in on a 3. For 3 free throws. We get a quick word from Kia. Josh Hart takes his seat. Point is, when Zion comes back, whether that's next month or at the start of the new year, this Pelicans team is going to be a much different foe. 67-52. No real 2-for-1 opportunity for the Clippers. George misses on the 3. Brandon Ingram with the rebound. Pelicans. George with a deflection interception with time. 3 at the buzzer. Offline for George. So 67-52. George with a deflection interception with time. 3 at the buzzer. Offline for George. So 67-52. The score at the turn. George got a little loose with the handle. Jones, a gifted defender. Back the other way, lays it in. It's a nice screen from Zoo. Plays back to Reggie. Plenty of time on the clock for the Clippers. They've missed their first 2 shots to start the half. Make it 3. Ingram with rebound number 6. Valanciunas picked up once again by Coffee. Perhaps to promote him from staying off that 3-point line and have him post up instead of camping out behind the stripe. Clippers get the stop, trailing by 15. George accelerates, puts on the brakes, finds Coffee in the corner for 3. Nice. Good. A passion for splashing.
Passion in the middle of the lane.
Clippers have forced the Pelicans to go just 4 for 13 here in this 3rd quarter. Meanwhile, with that miss, Clippers 3 for 7, trailing by 14. George picked up by Jones. This was a matchup that we saw in the French Quarter, and Jones came away with a block in a moment just like that. George able to snap off the shot. It doesn't fall. He looked good in training camp. It was just a matter of conditioning and now timing. Jones, not a gifted shooter. Clippers come away with a rebound. Pelicans 8 of 20. Pelicans out in front. George finds a seam, drives the lane. What defense by Alexander Walker, stepping in the passing channel and coming away with the interception. 95-82. The good news is it is a dead ball turnover for the Clippers, unlike what we saw yesterday. Valanciunas, wild miss, but on the rebound attempt, it goes long in Hart, right place, right time. Good defense by the Clippers. Hart, three, it is short. Time not yet the enemy, but it's getting there. George Domelane to the rim, off the window and in.
Paul George trying to get there, and he will. And no, he cleared out. Josh Hart.
Oh, this is a problem.
I mean, that's Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
All right, very good. George hunting for the ball. Mid-range rattles home. 24 for Paul George. Clippers only 6 shots in the first 6 minutes of the fourth quarter. George. Oh, book it for Paul George. New Orleans. Ibaka, catch and shoot three. Man, chases down the loose ball. Clippers reload. George for three. Can't get it all back on one possession. You've got 5 minutes to play. 1-0.
Don't need to. That one could have been a pick and roll, and Reggie could have got downhill 2 feet in the paint, and now pick up a foul.
George trying to play a 2-man game with Bledsoe. Now it's Coffey that sets the screen. George drives and dishes, throws behind Bledsoe. Valanciunas chases down the errant pass, goes right to the rack and thunders it in. A whistle against the Clippers. Free throws for the Pelicans. Ingram, no. Valanciunas on the third effort, no, but he does draw the foul.